Narration: it was late evening in New York. The city was alive outside, but inside Jesse Livermore's office there was only silence. No phones ringing, no traders shouting, just the soft rustle of papers, old charts, old dreams, and the ghost of 1,000 trades. He sat there quietly, staring at the same desk where he had once made fortunes. And lost them all. The room felt heavy, not with failure, but with realization. Because now, he finally understood something he had missed his entire life. The market was never his enemy, it was his mirror. For years he had tried to master chaos, but chaos was never out there. It was inside him. The market simply showed him who he truly was. He used to say, "The market is never wrong. Opinions often are." But tonight those words meant something new. It wasn't the market's opinion that destroyed him, it was his own. He had built an empire on logic, yet his downfall came from emotion. He could read fear in others, but not the fear in himself. And that was the final irony of his genius. The man who could decode the crowd could never decode his own heart. He opened one of his old notebooks, pages yellow, handwriting still sharp. On the very first page, he had written 3 words: patience, discipline, self-control. He smiled faintly, because now he knew. Those 3 words had built everything, and their absence had taken it all away. For the first time, he wasn't angry. He wasn't sad, he was simply aware. He whispered to himself, "Greater than I've played every panic, every boom, every crash." But the hardest market I ever traded was the one inside my own mind. That was Jesse Livermore's final reflection. Not a confession of failure, but a realization of truth. Because the market doesn't make you or break you, it reveals you. And maybe that was always its purpose. Not to make men rich, but to make them understand themselves. Greater than, every trade is a reflection, every loss a mirror, and every victory a test of the self. The city lights flickered outside. New York never sleeps. But for those who chase fortunes, the night feels long, heavy, and quiet. Jesse Livermore's life had been a series of triumphs and collapses, a dance between genius and human frailty. He had conquered panics, predicted crashes, and amassed fortunes beyond imagination. Yet, for all his brilliance, he had learned the same truth every trader eventually learns. The market doesn't reward intelligence. It rewards patience, discipline, and self-awareness. He had seen it over and over, the great winners, the confident conquerors, all undone by one thing, their own mind. And so his story became more than a tale of money or success. It became a guide, a warning, and a lesson. Every time the market rises, it tests restraint. Every time it falls, it tests courage. Every profit, every loss, a lesson in humility. And for those who follow in his footsteps, one truth stands clear. Before you try to beat the market, learn to beat yourself. Because the market may change, the patterns may shift, but human nature, fear, greed, hope, and pride remains constant. Jesse Livermore's legacy is not just in the millions he earned, but in the wisdom he left behind. A timeless reminder that true mastery isn't about prediction. It's about self-mastery. Comment hook. What's the one lesson from Livermore's life that you think every trader or dreamer should learn? Share your thoughts below. Legends aren't measured by the money they make, but by the lessons they leave behind. The story of Jesse Livermore isn't just about stocks, trades, or market crashes. It's about life itself. Every rise he experienced, every crash he endured, was a reflection of something deeper, the human mind and its eternal struggle with fear, greed, pride, and hope. He had everything a man could want: fame, fortune, power. Yet he understood in the quiet moments the real currency of life is self-awareness. Greater than, you can't conquer the market, he wrote, until you've conquered yourself. This is the lesson he leaves us. The market will never stop testing you. Life will never stop challenging you. But how you respond, the discipline, patience, and humility you carry, that determines whether you rise or fall. Jesse's genius wasn't in prediction. It wasn't in speed or risk-taking. It was in observation, reflection, and understanding the forces inside him, long before they destroyed or rewarded him. And that's a lesson for everyone, not just traders. Every dream, every ambition, every choice is a market of its own. The charts may differ, the stakes may change, but human nature remains the same. So when you face fear, when temptation rises, when ego whispers, remember Livermore. Remember the man who mastered millions of dollars but spent a lifetime mastering himself. Because true legacy isn't measured in wealth, it's measured in wisdom, it's measured in the courage to see yourself clearly. even when it hurts. Comment hook. If you could take one lesson from Livermore's life into your own, what would it be? Discipline, patience, or self-awareness? Comment below.